Hello guys, let's start with the base method. Okay, so in the previous lessons we have done with a couple of sums within a single method. The method name was all from it was actually the adding to the neighbor. Okay, now we are going into the method called base method. As you can see, it is written on the board, base method. So I'm going to tell you the base method of 10, 100 and 1000, and let's see what happens in this. Okay, so I'm just starting with 10 base method. Okay, so first I'm doing it 10 base method. Okay, so you see what happens in this. Okay, let's suppose you have to multiply 17 and 18. Okay, okay, so you see that these numbers are nearby 10, right? Correct. So what I'll do, I will compare these numbers with 10, and so as we see that 17 is more than 10 by how much? 7. 18 is more than 10 by how much? 8. So in front of 17 and 18 I'm writing 7 and 8, 7 and 8, and along with that I'm writing the plus sign. You see, plus sign. Writing plus sign is important. Okay, if you will not write the plus sign, so it's like think about it is as per the rule. Okay, because I'll tell you the reason also why we are writing plus sign, because there are several kind of base method. One is called above base method. Okay, above base method. Okay, and another one is called below base method. Okay, and the third one is called above and below. Okay, above and below. Okay, so above means plus, below means minus, and above and below means plus and minus. So here it is plus and plus, so it's a above base method. Okay, so that's why writing plus n is important. Then after this we'll do the cross add. I mean to say this 17 will be added to the 8, cross 17 plus 8, which is 25, right? And then if you do the another cross 18 plus 7, so it is giving you the same number. You see 25, right? So you'll write that 25 here. Okay, and you put a line, and you will multiply this 7 and 8. So if you multiply 7 and 8, okay, so you'll get 56, right? So write the 56 here. Okay, so after you see, if you observe closely, after this line we have 56, right? So 56 is a 2-digit number, and but we are doing actually 10 base, right? The 10 base has single zero, right? Single zero. So as 10 base has single zero, so we need to have only one digit after this line. I mean to say this 5 will shift to this side, so it will be adding with 25. So 25 plus 5 is 30, and then after the line we have 6. So if you just assemble this, so you'll get 3, 0 and 6. So answer is 306. Okay, so means you have got the answer of 17 and 18, which is 306, right? Correct. So it's so much easy. You see, 17 is added to the 8, 25, then 7 into 8, 56. After this line we have to multiply this 7 and this 8. Okay, is giving you the answer. Okay, so this is 10 base method. Okay, now I'll 10 base method of above base. Okay, now I'm going to show you the below base with 10 base method. Okay, let's see. So I'm just rubbing this. Okay, so in the below base method, what happens? Your numbers are nearby 10. They are nearby, but they are lesser than 10. Okay, so let's see what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's have one number. Suppose we are doing 8 times 9. Okay, 8 times 9. See, both numbers are nearby 10, right? Correct. As you are comparing with 10 every time, so in front of 8 I'll write minus 2, in front of 9 I'll write minus 1. Minus I'm writing, as I told you that it's a below, right? That's why below means less, right? Less means negative. So then we'll do cross. Cross means cross subtract this time. So 8 minus 1, which is 7, and then 9 minus 2, that is also 7, both times 7. So write here 7 here, then put a line, and then I'll multiply this minus 2 and minus 1. So if you multiply minus 2 and minus 1, you'll get 2, right? So write here 2, right? That's it. So you see how much you're getting? You're getting 72, right? Okay, and as it is a 10 base, so after this line there is already there is already one digit, right? Not two digit. Two digit is when you have 100 base. Three digit is when you have 1000 base. 1000 base has three zeros. 100 has two zeros, right? 10 has single zero. The 10 has single zero means what? After this line, then there will be a single digit, right? It has already single digit, so no need to shift anything. So you have got 72 as the answer. Okay, so obviously 8 times 9 is 72, right? Correct. So this is below base. Okay, now I'm going to do the above and below, the third one, this one, above and below. Above and below means one number will be more than 10 and one number will be minus 10. I mean to say the less than 10 actually. So let's see. So let me drop this actually. Okay, now let's move to the third section. Okay, in this 10 base method, and believe me, it's very fantastic method. You can just do any sum in just 3-4 seconds max. Okay, but one thing is required here is practice. You have to do a lot of practice. So let's see the question. Suppose you're doing 17 times 8. Okay, so if you're doing 17 times 8, you need to compare this with again with 10, because both are nearby 10, right? Sorry. So this in front of 17 right here plus 7, in front of 8 you'll write here minus 2. Okay, then you will again you'll do the cross. I mean to say 17 minus 2, which is 15, and then you'll do 8 plus 7 cross. Here it is cross at in the upside. 17 minus 2 is cross subtract. So 8 plus 7 is 15. So both you have got 15. So remember that it's not cross multiplication, it is cross addition, cross subtract, actually. It depends on the sign, what sign you are doing. If you are having plus and then cross add, if you are having negative sign, then cross subtract. Okay, so both number will give you the same thing actually. Okay, both process actually. If you're not suppose if you're not getting the same thing, it means you something you're doing wrong. I mean to say maybe the addition subtraction, or maybe you have written something here wrong. It can happen, right? So now we'll multiply this 7 times minus 2, that is minus 14. Okay, so okay, let's see. After this there is a very important process. Okay, so as you see that there is a negative number, right? Correct. So as there is a negative number, okay, and negative 14. Okay, so always remember, if you have negative number, so this 15 will split in 13 and 2. Okay, and this 2 will be multiplied with 10, because we are working on 10 base, right? So 2 into 10 is 20, and that 20 will be subtracted to 14 minus 14. So 20 minus 14 is 6, right? Correct. So we have 13 in the left side and 6 in the right hand side. So if we jot down both, so we'll get 136 as our answer. Correct. So I'll tell you again this process what I did. I'm just writing here because this is something very important when you're doing above and below base. Always remember, when you are doing above and below base, there will be negative number coming. Okay, and negative number you have to adjust from the left number. I mean to say, if you're getting 15 and you're getting minus 14, so negative, this is positive number, this is negative number. Negative number will be adjusted by the positive number. Okay, so this 15 I'm splitting in 13 and 2. Okay, so this 2 is multiplied with 10, because it's a 10 base. 2 into 10 is 20. That 20 will be subtracted to minus 14. 20 minus 14 is 6. So that 6 I'm writing in the right hand side, and this 13 I'm just writing in the left hand side. So making the answer as 136, right? Correct. So you must be curious that why actually we are splitting 15 as 13 and 2 only, right? So you see, if you are splitting 15 as suppose 14 and 1, okay, see what happens. Okay, if you are doing this, 1 will be multiplied with 10. 1 into 10 is 10. 10 is not sufficient to subtract 14, right? Correct. So that's why we have taken not 14 and 1, not 14 and 1, we have taken 13 and 2, so that 2 became 20, so that you could subtract from, I mean to say, like you could do 20 minus 14, not 10 minus 14. 10 minus 14 also you can do. You see, if you have suppose 14, and if you do 10 minus 14, so you'll get minus 4. Again you have to split, right? So to obviously it's a kind of performance issue in this particular sum. Every sum has a performance issue, right? Performance issue, I mean to say, if you are doing any sum in a not a if you're not extending the step, obviously the time will be less, right? Time taken will be less. So we are trying to figure out that we have to do the sums in a little less time, not we don't have to extend it. That's why this operation has been done. Okay, so final answer is 136. That's how we'll do the plus, above, and below base. Okay, so till now we have discussed 10 base method. In the 10 base method we have discussed above and below. We have discussed uh, above and below, above separate, below separate, and we have discussed above and below separate. Okay, so I'm going to do the next one. Okay, let's see. So I'm just rubbing this. Next means I'm going to do the 100 base. Okay, let's see. So in the 100 base, obviously if you're doing 100 base, so your numbers should be nearby 100, right? I mean to say, suppose, let me write one number. Okay, let me rub this first. Okay, so suppose I'm writing 105. Okay, just hold on. Okay, suppose we're doing 105 into 107. Okay, this we are doing. So if you're doing this, we have the number 100 base, because these numbers are nearby 100. So that's why we are taking 100 base. So we are adding 105, 107. So we are comparing this with 100. So you see that 100 has double zero, right? Correct. Two zeros are there. Okay. So due to these two zeros, we are writing in front of 105, we write 05, we write 07. See, we are adding extra zero, right? This zero extra, and we have to write it actually, because as we are comparing it, so to make the same base of 100, you have to write double digit, which I'm writing 0507. We can write 5 and 7 also, but it's not recommended to write only 5 and 7, because it's not 10 base, it's a 100 base. So we write 0507 rather than. Then again, same thing, we'll do cross add. Okay, I mean to say 105 plus 07 is equal to 102, and then we'll do 107 plus uh, this one 107 and 05. So you'll get 112. Same thing, right? So we'll write 112 here and put a line, and then we'll multiply this 5 and 7. So 05 into 07, that is 35, right? So right here 35. So if you see closely that after this line there is a 2-digit, right? Why 2-digit is coming, and why we have to put that 2-digit in after this line? Because we have to keep that. Okay, don't have to take this 3 this side, no, because we are not doing 10 base, we are doing 100 base. So 112 in the left hand side and 35 in the right hand side. So our answer is 11235. Okay, that's the final answer. Okay, so this was, if you see closely, we have done plus and plus. Plus and plus means we have done above base method. Okay, now let's move to the below base method. Okay, let's have one sum. Okay, of below base method. Okay, so I'm just taking numbers. Okay, which is less than 10, less than 100, I mean. So because we are doing 100 base, right? So suppose we are doing 96 and 95. Okay, so if you're doing 96 and 95, we have to uh, compare with 100 again, and we have to write minus 04 and minus 05. Okay, and minus because it's a below, right? These numbers are below uh, of 100. Okay, that's why minus. And then again cross. Okay, so cross means cross subtract 96 minus 05, which is 91, and 95 minus 05 04, which is again 91. Both cases is coming 91. So write 91 here, put a line, and then you'll multiply this 4 and 5. So minus and minus is plus, so 4 into 5 is 20. So we're getting 20. I mean to say minus 0.4 minus 0.5, if you multiply, you'll get 20. And that 20 will, which you have to write here. And then if you see that after this line, there is only 2 digit. So obviously there is no further shift, and our answer is 91 this side and 20 this side. So answer is 9120. Right, correct? Okay, so this is uh, you see how fast we are doing, right? Correct. Means I mean to say this is what I'm explaining. Then maybe it is taking half minute, but if you actually do the practice and actually if you do the sums, try to do in a little less time. Okay, try to write what you are not thinking and try to think all which you can think easily, right? That is what you have to do. Think all which you are, means try to write less actually. What I mean to say, okay, and think more. Okay, think more in mind and put that on the board, okay, on the paper if you're doing. Okay, so this is below base. Now I'm going to do the next one, which is above and below. Okay, let's see. So in the above and below, as I told you that one will be plus, one will be minus. Okay, so let's have one example. Suppose we're doing a 109 and 891. Suppose we are multiplying this. So if you see that one is plus 09 and another one is minus 09, right? One is plus, one is minus. Then if you do the cross, I mean to say cross, subtract and cross add. So 109 and minus 09. So that will make 100. And if you do 91 and plus 09, this one, I'm talking about this one. So that will be 100 again, right? So 100 I'll write here. Okay, I'll put a line and then we'll do 9 into minus 9. So that is minus 81, right? 9 times 9 is 81, right? And plus into minus is minus, plus into minus is minus. So that's why minus 81. So now we'll split this as I told you that if you have negative number, so you have to split the left number. Okay, so let's see how to split. So think about, as we are doing 100 base, so we have to take care here. 100 will split in 99 and 1. Okay, 1. Okay, because 1 will be multiplied with 100. It's a 100 base, right? 1 into 100 is 100, and that 100 will be subtracted to 81. So 100 minus 81 is how much? 19, right? So 19 right side and left side 99. So we have 99 left and 19 right. So our answer is 9919. Correct. So yeah, this is how we will do. Okay, and this is really cool actually, if you understand and if you can do it better. So your kind of speed in doing like, if you do number crunching, like if you do, if the number sense will increase a lot. Okay, if you do this kind of activity on the different numbers. Okay, so this is above and below. We have done above and above also. We have done below also. Of 100 base we have done 10 base, of above below and above below both. Okay, so in the coming session, which we have left with the 1000. Okay, this will be done 1000 base method. So if you're doing 1000 base method, obviously your numbers are nearby 1000, right? And we'll take care of all the signs, like we'll do first plus, we'll do minus, and then we'll do plus and minus. Okay, so that will do in the next class. Please mail us about the queries and how you're liking this course. I'll be very much glad to know about this, that you are getting something fruitful. Okay, and please ask the doubts in my mail so that I could reply you. Okay, okay, then bye, take care.